Hello, I'm Cindy Mueller. Welcome to our Zoom Recital weekend for May 2021. Today you're going to watch a group of my students perform for each other in a Zoom meeting. And if you're watching us, you're seeing this all happen on a live stream to YouTube. Before we begin, I want to say a thank you to all the young students that are playing today. Thank you for all your hard work to get ready. Thank you, parents, for all your support in this. And thank you to those of you who are taking the time to listen to us play and sing today. I always participate in the recitals. I get a recital piece ready too. And for this recital, I've chosen to play a Mozart Sonata, the first movement. Mozart lived about 250 years ago. Can you believe that, kids? That his music is still so valued and treasured that here I am, like a lot of people around the world, still playing and enjoying his music. So what is a sonata? Well, you can think of a sonata kind of like a birthday cake. I bet you guys have had birthday cakes before. Birthday cake usually has 3 layers, and a sonata usually has 3 different pieces that are in the collection. And each of the pieces are called a movement. And I'm playing the first movement of Mozart's Sonata number 16 in C major because he wrote more than one. So when Mozart set out to write his sonata, like all the composers who write sonatas, the first movement has a formula. And so the first thing in the formula for us, this first movement of a sonata, is you have to come up with your first theme. So you guys have all played a C major chord. So a C major chord was the inspiration for his first theme, which is another word for his first musical idea or melody. So I think Mozart thought, what if I take the first note, the middle note, and the top note of the C chord? Oh, look, that started a melody. So that's what you'll hear from Mozart's first theme. Then you'll hear lots of stuff that you guys know about, scales, and you hear arpeggios, and chords, all the stuff that you're learning about, Mozart used. Well, the formula for a first movement of a sonata says the second thing you need is another theme. So Mozart probably thought and said, well, what if you take a major chord, but this time start with the top note, and then the middle, and then the bottom. So he came up with a second melody. So then the formula says you must go to a middle section that we call the development. And it's kind of like the composer, like an artist, has all these different colors. He's got arpeggios, scales, he's got the themes, he's got all this stuff, and he just starts to have a big time messing with all of them. Mozart took his development into the key of G minor. So when you hear that, we're in the development. I also love this part of what he does in the development. It's kind of like he had back and forth with his hands. So you'll hear that part. And then the formula says you've got to come back and do the first theme again. So here you're going to hear it. With some scales and some arpeggios. And then you have to do the second theme again. So you'll hear it. So that'll kind of give you an idea of how Mozart figured out how to write all this great music and some of the things to listen for. There's another thing that Mozart loved called the trill, and he does it in here twice. The trill sounds like this. the trill. So I hope you enjoy this first movement of Mozart's Sonata in C major. Listen for all those things. So now I would like to introduce our first performer today, Nadia Badea-Bondoc. She's going to play 3 pieces. The first 2, Jumbo's Lullaby and I've Got Music, are by Nancy Faber and Crystal Bowman. And her third piece, The Bubble, is by Nancy and Randall Faber. So Nadia, you can unmute yourself and play your pieces. Wonderful job, Nadia. Thank you for getting us off to such a great start. Our next performer is Miko Shitama, and Miko is going to play Come See the Parade and Let's Play Ball by Nancy and Randall Faber, and then Pterodactyls, Really Neat by Nancy Faber and Jennifer MacLean. So, Miko, if you'll unmute yourself, we're ready to hear your play. Fantastic, Miko. Very, very good. For our next performer, we have Ellie Dark. Ellie's going to perform Giants Jumping by Timothy Brown and Let's Plant a Garden, a traditional song arranged by Helen Marlais. Ellie, we're ready when you are.
I'm playing Giants Jumping. I am playing Let's Plant a Garden.
Great job, Ellie. Fantastic. So now we're going to hear from Mikey Dark, who's going to play three pieces by Mary Leaf. Mikey's going to start with Highland Jig, then I Love Saturday, and Hidden Room. Okay, Mikey, when you're ready, you can start.
Sorry, just looking for my book. Found it.
Fantastic, Mikey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So our next performer is Darva Hebel, and Darva is going to play My Pony, a traditional song that's arranged by Nancy and Randall Faber, The Crawling Spider by Nancy Faber and Crystal Bowman, and The Sleeping Beauty Waltz, which is a melody by Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky, a romantic period composer, also arranged by the Fabers. So Darva, we're ready to hear you when you're ready to play. Terrific, Darva. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that concludes our group of performers for this afternoon. Performers, fantastic job. Each one of you, thank you so much for participating. Parents, thank you for all you do. And especially in this year, thank you for keeping music going. Listeners who tuned in, we thank you as well. And next time, we think we're going to be doing this live. Bye-bye from us.